Hey, welcome back to another exciting head-scratching episode of Insane Disappearances. I am your host today, as usual, and I'm here with another crazy, insane, head-scratching story about a man who disappeared in Sacramento, California. Oh, man, this is going to be a crazy one, because this recently just happened. This happened last week. And I'm going to go ahead on and get into it in just a sec. So give me a sec. All right. Now it says here, an automotive writer, took a motorcycle on a test drive last week for the magazine he was writing for. He hasn't been seen since. Well, I tell you. Now, it says here, authorities in California are searching for a freelance automotive writer who took a motorcycle on a test drive through the state last week and hasn't been seen since. The name of this person is David Gordon Johnson, age 44. This man had been test driving, like I said, a motorcycle, but this type of motorcycle was a Honda CB1000R for Motorcyclist magazine when he disappeared. His fiancee Jacqueline Trop told CNN this information, probably no more than yesterday. Now what she said was he was last heard from at 8:30 a.m. on Wednesday when he texted a friend to say he was sitting near a creek before heading home. He was reported missing that same day in Sacramento County and 2 days later in Calaveras County. Now, a guy named Anthony Eberhardt, who was a lieutenant with the Calaveras County Sheriff's Department, told the newsroom that Calaveras County is about an hour southeast of Sacramento. Now, California Highway Patrol officers found Johnson's motorcycle parked at a rest stop near the town of Mokelumne Hill in Calaveras County. The bike, discovered just after midnight Saturday, was found with Johnson's helmet and gloves, oddly, which is something that always seems to happen every single time a person goes missing, whether they're in a car or a motorcycle. You always find a car, and sometimes you'll find their belongings in the car, but things like the keys, the wallet, and the phone are missing along with the person, or they are actually in the car where the person is outside the car. So there's no way for him to contact anyone. Maybe the phone probably went dead by the time he got there. Maybe his cord wasn't working at the time. He didn't think something was going to happen, so he probably said, okay, I'll get one later. My phone is not that low, but, since he didn't have a charger and maybe he got a phone call, a text, and see, a lot of that stuff can really burn out a phone, especially if you got the light on the screen too high and you got to turn it down, you got to dim it down a little bit. This little stuff. But anyway, that's only if you, I'm going to say all of them do. I know if you got an iPhone, you got to make sure you do that, because that burns a lot of power, especially with all those apps you may have on it. Anyway, so, now, Trop said she and Johnson had spent the weekend together in Los Angeles before he returned to Northern California, making stops in Las Vegas and Mammoth. They were out of touch for 12 hours Tuesday and into Wednesday. Trop, this is what, of course, she told the newsroom. But he messaged her at 2 a.m. to apologize for not reaching out, saying his cell phone had died and he was navigating tricky and icy roads after the sun went down. So I'm pretty sure that because he was able to text her after his phone died, he was able to move on his motorcycle to another area of California, which is probably in either Las Vegas or Mammoth. Because they said 12 hours later, he texted her from his cell phone. So he obviously went to one of these stops before, disappearing. Now, he also said that I had a great time before it got dark, Johnson texted, according to the affiliate. That part of the Sahara is stupidly spectacular. Anyway, I'm sorry I worried you. Yes, I am okay and alive, but I am white. Now, that could cause a lot of problems because of him being white from all that riding. Sitting in that one spot, hearing all that, just riding all over the country. He probably got tired, maybe fell asleep, and while he fell asleep, he probably froze. I don't want to even get in that, but I'm just naming all the possibilities. That's all I'm saying. She's talked about the same thing. She was somewhat feeling good until they found his motorcycle. So, but anyway, I'll get to that part in a second. Now, I just hope he's alive, because thinking about the alternative yesterday was, I don't even have words for it. I was completely gutted, and I would still feel that way if they hadn't found the bike. Search efforts have been expanded with California Highway Patrol, H20, Calaveras County Marine Safety Division, and several other search and rescue groups canvassing the area in an effort to find Johnson. Dozens of search and rescue personnel were scouring the North Fork of the Mokelumne River on Monday before the search was called off due to the high and fast-moving water. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty crazy, man. I mean, imagine a man's girlfriend, just constantly worrying about the fact that he could either be dead or alive or hurt. You never know what it could be. I don't mean to list all these terrible things, but these are the things that happen with these disappearances of people who just seemingly just vanish without a trace for no apparent reason. Now, whatever the reason may be why they're there, it could be because, like they have been talking about in future videos, wormholes popping up out of nowhere in certain parts of the desert in California or Arizona or any other place that may have paranormal activity or unsightly, unknown phenomena to happen. You name it. But these are things that do happen. So listing the characteristics of the disappearances is crucial to trying to pinpoint exactly what could have happened to this young man or middle-aged man. I'm sorry. But anyway, he's middle-agedly young. Anyway, so yeah, that's just the preliminary outlook on this man's disappearance. What may come up on later dates on his whereabouts will be something that I will be looking into, just to make sure if he is safe and home with his girlfriend, or trying his best to stay alive after being out there for a week, because he said it himself. The roads can get pretty treacherous with ice forming on the roads, especially out in the desert where you don't have any trees at night. So that means it keeps the area very cool. Normally you would think that over those areas, if they didn't have any trees, so that means the warm air coming in would keep the area at a certain level. But we're talking about high-end deserts. Okay, nothing but black sky and stars. So that right there will cool that area down real quick because of the cold night skies. The only thing that would warm it up is the rising of the sun, just panning across the entire Sahara, warming it up inch by inch, temperature by temperature. And so by noon, it's going to be nice and hot. But you don't want to be out there without water and supplies and all that stuff, or something to shade your head or your body to keep you from overheating or sweating too much. So there's a lot of things that you have to account for when you're out there in the desert. Even if you're riding on a bike or you're in a car, you're gonna either run out of gas, or you're gonna get too tired to even go on. So you sit down for a while on a huge boulder maybe, and then when you get energy enough, you get up and just start riding. That's the reason why he ended up in all these different places where he texts people from, like Las Vegas. And then you got other places like Sacramento, California, then Mammoth, and then the other place. What do you call that place? It's a real funky name. The something Lumi. Oh boy. I forgot already. Yeah, oh boy, let me see. I think it's the Okalumi or something like that. Oh boy. But anyway, I said that earlier, so I don't really have to say it again. But anyway, we're talking about Calaveras County, all these different places that he actually went to on his trek back home. So somewhere between point A and point B, he went missing on his way back home. So that's a good thing. He was on his way back, but somehow, some way, I think they said he was at a river. Maybe he fell in at that point, but I think she said that when he was at the river, she texted him from another area because he told a friend he was at a river resting. So that means he got up, rode off, and was heading back home. And somewhere along the lines of Las Vegas and Mammoth, something went wrong. He never texted back after the last time he texted back, which was around 2 a.m. in the morning that Wednesday morning. So whatever happened to him after Wednesday morning is a complete mystery. He just went dark and hasn't been heard from since. So what do you think happened, my friends on YouTube, my fans, my family, my YouTube family? What do you think happened? Do you think this is a homicide? Do you think this is a person just trying to get away from his girlfriend? Not likely, because they loved each other more than anything. He even said so, in the text before he went dark. So we know that ain't got nothing to do with it. So this was either completely premeditated, maybe, or it could have been a miraculous disappearance that can't be explained. I mean, think about it. The man just up and just disappeared. He left most of his stuff in the car. The only thing he had with him was his laptop, his cell phone, and something else. Whole point is, he took some stuff with him. They found his bag in a certain area. Oh, Mokelumne. That's my bad. Mokelumne River. They found his bag somewhere, away from the, away from the other stuff that he had. So, but yeah, that's all they really got on this story. I can't really say too much about it myself because as of right now, it is just a disappearance. So anything else that comes up, hopefully they will find some evidence to show where they can track him down at, and hopefully they will find him. Now, I hate using the words dead or alive, but right now these are the only options we got. He's either trying to survive, because I've heard of people trying to survive for at least a week in the wilderness. Now, they could easily crack open an acorn and get the grub out to get protein from it. I learned this from that show Mountain Men, where they, because these guys live off the grid, so they live in the wilderness, so they find other means to get protein and food. They actually eat possums, they eat squirrels, they eat everything they can get. They even probably eat a freaking hawk or eagle or something like that, just to have some type of poultry in their system, so any type of meat that is from a bird. But yeah, so hopefully he is trying his best to stay alive by eating protein like creatures, like bugs and stuff like that, because they do have protein in them. I learned this also from Survivor Man, Les Stroud. So hopefully he's doing the best that he can, and maybe he found some water nearby, or maybe it rained while he was out there and he had the rain fall into a cup until it filled up, and then he probably, if he had the supplies, he may have boiled the water, in a pot that he may have had in a canteen or whatever. Who knows? Maybe he had that stuff. Maybe because we're talking about the deserts, I would imagine he would have took some supplies with him, but he probably didn't, because he felt like maybe he was just going to ride out there and then ride home. But you're riding across country, probably trying to air it out to see how well it rides. I don't think you really had to go that far, but then we're talking about California. California is very hilly, mountainy, and it has a lot of valleys that look very beautiful, like in the scenes from my favorite movie, which really speaks to me, called Phenomena. In the very first scene, you see all these valleys with trees and all this greenery. Very beautiful sight. You see fog, mist in the areas early in the morning. It's very beautiful. I never knew that California had such beautiful countryside. I've only been to California maybe a couple of times. One to visit family, and one to go to a funeral for my uncle who was murdered in his home, point blank range, while he was sleeping. But anyway, that's a whole other story right there. They ain't got nothing to do with this. But anyway, so the thing about this story, that, like I said, there's not too much to say on it except for the stuff that has been put on the internet about this man, this 44-year-old man, David Gordon Johnson. So right now there's just nothing but speculation and worry and hope that he will be found alive, either malnutritioned or dehydrated, but still functional enough to get better, so that he can come home to his family and his girlfriend and siblings. Probably the little kids, little cousins, or little nephews or nieces, probably worrying about their uncle too. You never know. They didn't mention anything about him having a family. They just said that he texted a friend and her. Maybe his parents passed on. Maybe he has other family here in California. Maybe he has family in other states. It's possible. I'm pretty sure everybody's going to be banding together to find him. I'm pretty sure people are going to be coming from other states to try and find their brother, uncle, whoever, cousin, you name it. So, or nephew. But yeah, so that, like I said, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to get this out there because it's our first. My mom actually told me about this yesterday when I was getting some gas at the gas station that I went to at the grocery store that disconnected to. Yeah, she told me that she didn't get a chance to read the whole thing because she just saw a post come up on her phone from CNN. So I said, okay, I'm gonna look into that. I wake up this morning, it popped up on Facebook through the infamous forum that I told you guys about in the past called Missing 411 Alternative. Very great forum, very great page. These are great people, very, 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 very adamant about their passion to find people and to post it in order to give them a voice if they are either kidnapped or just missing or vanished or disappeared. You name it, they're all on it. They're all about it. So I suggest you go onto Facebook, type in Missing 411 Alternative, and join the club. It's very, very, very powerful people as far as their passion for all of this. Very passionate. Love these guys. Very passionate. But anyway, so yeah, but that's about it. I'm about to get off of here because I want to try and enjoy myself before I have to get ready for work because I got another 3 hours before I can walk out the door. So I will see you guys on another time right here on Insane Disappearances, the head scratching episode where we talk about some everything that is of the unknown, the abnormal, the paranormal, the craziness, the sick, the even I can't even explain, but I see that it did just happen right in front of my face. Do I believe it? Yes, I do. So, with that being said, I am going to get off here, like I said, with a little shaka. What I say, the one thing I always say at the end of my videos, and you know what that is, but I'm going to say it anyway. Aloha, mahalo, and ahuiho. Peace out, brother, and peace out, wahine. Oh, yeah. This here, the arrow right here. Click on this. Okay, and now I'm gone. Peace out.